Yo, what's going on? How y'all doing out there? It's your boy Derek Ben, wishing you a Merry Christmas. The New Year's approaching, so Happy New Year. Um, it's about 7:30 or so in the morning. It's Christmas Day. I hope the day finds you well when you see this vlog. I just want to touch on a few things. Originally I was gonna put this post up yesterday, but for whatever reason I'm doing it today. And this is for the Derek Ben music blog page. And I just want to touch on Christmas Day. Some of the thoughts that I have about it, and the holiday season. Once again, like I said, I hope that you're enjoying yourself. You're enjoying the whole holiday season. You're enjoying the time off of work and family and friends and all that. Um, but what I want to touch on is, well, let's start with the holiday seasons. The holiday season, I believe, they're good. They're good. Uh, the biggest plus I see in them is that they bring together family. We have those holiday seasons, um, Christmas. We have Thanksgiving, 4th of July, and Easter, and all those types of things. And like I said, they bring families together. They bring relationships back together. Maybe they've been lost or broken, or relationships that have been dormant, or you just haven't had enough time or haven't made the time to catch up with one another, being that you work and all those types of things, and you live your busy life. And so the holidays are good for that. You come together, you eat, laugh, joke, and all those types of things, and share company with one another. uh, that's the biggest plus that I see in it. you know but here's the thing about it. If you know me, especially those here in my city and my own family, I'm kind of like non-traditional. Some traditional things I do, and but it's just who I am. And I kind of see it as why. Sometimes it kind of makes me upset because the rest of the days out of the year, not to say that we're always down, but it's a whole different feeling. It's like when the holidays come around, everybody's like in high spirits, or usually mostly everybody, and they're trying to get along, and you know, or or someone's super depressed because of the holidays. But here's my take on it. Why do we have to wait for a holiday to be happy, or to treat one another right? Those types of things, or to get together and have a good time, without all the foolishness. And so that's just kind of how I feel. Like, why should a tradition, dictate on the way that I feel, or the way that I live, or define who I am? Why do I have to be defined by a tradition? So, one thing I suggest is that, we live and we celebrate life every day that we're blessed to have breath in our bodies. Every day that we're allowed to be here, on this earth. Another thing is Christmas. You know, we all know that Christmas is about the birth of Jesus Christ. This is what Christmas is about. We celebrate Jesus Christ coming to the world, the Savior of the world. For those that receive Him, He is the Savior. And this is who we celebrate. This is the reason why we celebrate Christmas. And yes, uh, many debate and argue about if Christmas Day is the actual day Jesus was born, and whether or not it was a little earlier or later, whether it was in the fall or in the winter. But Christmas is celebrated, and it is celebrated because of Jesus. And one thing I was thinking about, it's amazing how all over the world, many of us, even from different cultures, can celebrate and do celebrate Christmas. Some of the other cultures, they have their own celebration, but many of us celebrate Christmas. And it's very universal. I don't want to go too far off into that, but it's very universal. Some of those that don't even believe that Jesus is the Christ, they end up celebrating Christmas. And but for what reason? For the fellowship with family and those types of things, and we all buy the gifts. But what I'm trying to say is, we can't forget that Christmas is truly about Christ. And every day, if you know Him, and if you're trying to get to know Him, take this with you every day. That you wake up, celebrate Christ every day. That's Christmas every day. And so we buy the gifts, and we come together and all that. Now, a major problem, one of my biggest frustrations with Christmas is the whole gifting. I like to get gifts, but I've kind of grown to the point to, where, hey man, if I don't get nothing, I don't get nothing. It's all good. I'll get mine, some other day, or, some other avenue. I'm really not tripping about that. And no, I'm not saying let's ruin it for the kids and all that. You want to continue to do for them and those types of things. But here's my thing, is that there's this thing with Christmas. It's like a lot of us have the thought that we have to go out and spend all our money. I'm talking about dollar on top of dollar. Folks maxing out credit cards and all this other type of crazy stuff, man, just to go out and buy a whole bunch of gifts. I mean, it's good that you want to do for other people's, you want to do for your kids and give your kids the best. That's great. But the deception in it is that you're spending everything that you got thinking that that's what makes a good Christmas, and it doesn't. Doing those types of things, and even if you got it, doing those types of things, it really gives a false perception of what the day is about. And then the kids pick up on it, and they get to feeling like, I went through it too as a kid. How many gifts are under the tree? How many gifts are for me? And then after they open all the gifts, they're looking around, and they're like, is there any more? Or is that it? Or why didn't I get? And so we really have to come out of that type of thinking. We really got to break ourselves from that. Because, you're going out, you're spending all this money, and, we all sacrifice from time to time on, maybe paying a bill to get something. That's great. But we put ourselves in terrible predicaments, spending up all our money. Then we're frustrated when the next month or the new year come, and then you got to pay this bill or pay that bill, or you wanted to get this, but you now spent up all your money. So what I'm saying is, be wise. Be wise on how you spend. And yeah, sure, it's too late now, but for next year, take this for next year. And be wise on how you spend your money. Don't fall into the whole commercialism. I believe that they set it up, man. They set it up for a way to gain more money, man, to get that paper. Think about it. I mean, especially in this day and age, anything about Jesus, anything about Christ or Christendom, Christianity is like a big seller right now. And society really pimps the name of Jesus. We get so deep into the gifts and all that, the real reason it gets overshadowed by all those things. And so what I'm saying, like I said, don't forget the real reason for the season, and spend your money wisely. Don't get caught up in all the gifts and all that. You know, if nobody buys you nothing, still be grateful that you got life. You know, still be grateful for the grace of God. You know, uh, and a lot of people, they become depressed around this time of the season because they can't go out and buy a lot of gifts, or even some can't even go out and buy a gift at all. And so we have to turn this thing around, change the way we approach Christmas Day, and the way we approach every day for that matter. I know how it feels for people to do for me and people to do for my family, and it's a great feeling. It's overwhelming, and I know how it is to do for other people, and to be a blessing to other people. But as you go on, as you go throughout the day, you go throughout the rest of the year, just remind yourself that you don't have to, your thoughts, or the way you feel, it doesn't have to be dictated by a holiday and a holiday season. And know that, Christmas is a day set aside to celebrate Christ, but every day you should celebrate Christ. Um, I think I pretty much said everything I wanted to touch on. I wish you all a Merry Christmas. Make sure you stop back by the page. Share this. If you have any comments, share your thoughts. I'm curious to know how you feel about this whole Christmas and the holiday season and those types of things. Uh, if nothing else, you know, enjoy your day, enjoy your families. Uh, Understanding, no, I'm not telling you don't celebrate Christmas and don't buy gifts and all that. I'm just saying, you know, uh, be mindful of how you spend your money. Be mindful on how you celebrate this day, and don't let the commercialism overshadow the real reason for the season. If nothing else, you guys be good. God bless you. Make sure you drop back by. Be looking out for new music coming from myself, and y'all be good.